Thanks for checking out SYMFONI on YouTube. Please be sure to subscribe and like our videos for updates.
You know, he finds it difficult to change his mind about such things. So I'm not surprised that President Muhammadu Buhari has refused to withdraw the nomination of Mrs. Lauretta Onochie. And I am also not surprised that the Senate is screening her. I actually heard the last discussions with the journalists and Mr. Akuma, who said that he can bet that this Senate will not screen and allow her to continue. But I can contend with him on that this rubber stamp Senate that we have, and I choose the word rubber stamp very deliberately because that is what they have proved to be. You know, they are going to screen her and they are going to recommend her for that appointment, and she's going to be appointed. Forget the fact that we are all crying here. You know, Nigerians are shouting, civil society shouting, opposition shouting, everybody shouting that this, not just that it is not proper, but that the fact that says it is unlawful. President, what you have done is unlawful and unconstitutional. But this Senate...
So if the president has done something that is unlawful...
And unconstitutional, yes.
The Senate, you are also believing, will also do something that is unlawful. You know, I'm asking this because even at the Senate yesterday, during the screening exercise, we also saw some Senate members, some of the committee members who told Onochie that, based on the evidences that we have from the petitions we have, that shouldn't you just recuse yourself?
See, I want to believe that Peter in the Bible will be looking and say, come on, God, I've replaced myself in Lauretta Onochie. I have somebody who has denied, facts 3 times again. And because Lauretta says she's no longer a member, that she left every activity of APC immediately after the victory of President Muhammadu Buhari. And that is so funny because you were reappointed by the same President Muhammadu Buhari. Was it after you left? You never told Nigerians. It's up to almost 9-10 months since her name was announced. In that 9-10 months, she never mentioned at all to Nigerians that, come on, I'm no longer part of this APC. Go to her Facebook. I didn't have opportunity of checking her Twitter feeds to check the history of what she tweeted since 2019. When I heard she said, she had quit APC since 2019. But go to her Facebook page. As recently as 48 hours ago, Lauretta Onochie still speaks for APC, still speaks for the president, still speaks for the government, the APC government. This is 8-9 months after she was nominated. Her name had been forwarded to the National Assembly for screening to be a member of an unbiased electoral umpire. She still speaks for the government. She still speaks for the party. She still speaks for President Muhammadu Buhari, who is the leader of APC. So as recently as 48 hours ago, 72, she still speaks for them. And yet she tells Nigerians that she's not whatever. She has quit every... How did she put it? She said there is nothing partisan in her blood.
Maybe she's speaking based on the fact that she still works for the president as an immediate
10
aide.
months after. Hello.
She has not resigned that position, has
That's
she?
what I'm saying. The first time her name was thrown up by the president was as far back as October last year. That's 3 months into the end of the... that's about 10 months ago. Why did she not resign? She's still working for a partisan government. She's still working in a partisan position. And you are now expecting to transit from a partisan position to a non-partisan position. And you expect Nigerians to believe, ordinarily, that she speaks for... Look at her speaking to defend Pantami during the Pantami issue. She spoke for Pantami. She speaks for everybody in the government. She speaks for the government. Sorry, forget that after elections, you say, okay, politics wait, it is time for governance. But that government is the government of a political party. And as Nigeria is today, the government is an APC-led federal government. President Muhammadu Buhari treats everybody that is not in APC as opposition. He treats people in his party as party members, and they get the largesse of government.
But prior to 2015, she has been a member of the Ruling All Progressives Congress. Prior to 2015,
she cannot deny that
2019,
one. She cannot deny that
when
one.
She said up to 2019,
yes,
when she said...
And I still insist that up to 2021.
No, up to 2019, when she told the Senate Committee screening her that she has since renounced the party, that after the president won.
For what reason? Did she adduce any reason to the Senate to say, okay, for these reasons, I left APC?
Now, is it possible for someone to be an appointee of the president without necessarily being sympathetic to the president's political party?
It's not possible.
Is that possible?
It's not possible. It is not possible. You must have an inclination. You must have a tendency. There's a political tendency someone will see in you to say, okay, come. See, there's this very beautiful journalist Nigerians who are watching. Some of us loved him. Ajuri Ngilale. If Ajuri takes up issues to investigate, he hits hard. He moved from one media house to the other. The day I saw him appointed by the president, I was like, come on. Why did he allow such a beautiful career to be watered down? Because it's going to blind him to a lot of things. See, if you are speaking for the president, I tell people, I can't come on public space and praise President Muhammadu Buhari. Why? Because by criticizing him is free service to Nigerians, to call his attention to things he's not doing well. But I can count more than at least 10 names that President Muhammadu Buhari has appointed and we pay with taxpayers' money to speak for him. So why should I, in my free service, render him extra accolades? So if he does anything good, I'll keep quiet. I will not talk about it.
Why? Why would you not?
He has paid people.
He's still your president.
No. He's the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, and he has paid people to speak for him. If at all, the day I will start praising a sitting president, and it's not a Muhammadu Buhari thing, the day I will start praising a sitting president is the day I start seeing that president, while he's appointing people to speak for him, who will be paid with taxpayers' money, he also appoints people who will criticize him, and those people will be paid with taxpayers' money. But when you appoint only on one side, hello, can those people just do their jobs and leave us on this side to say the other side? Okay. Do you want all of us to be on one side and nobody calls the...
Let's look at the position of the law in the whole of this. Now, despite the Lula Balu and everything about this nomination, the Senate has gone ahead to screen Onochie. Now, whatever comes out of that screening, Nigerians are still waiting to hear.
Because we all know that this Senate will screen the woman.
You can't be too sure.
They have screened her.
They will.
We are looking at confirmation of rejection.
She will be recommended. Now, you know, I know, she knows. President Muhammadu Buhari knows. Ahmed Lawan knows.
What if they prove you longer?
They cannot. They don't have the capacity to prove me wrong.
How do you mean? These are honorable members, and some of them actually stood their ground yesterday.
The minority views, just like our views are the views of minority.
And they've got a whole lot of petitions to
Femi Adesina will tell us, once we criticize, Femi Adesina will tell us, they have a right to their opinion, but their opinion is not the position of God, and they will do what they want to do. Femi Adesina knows how to qualify it, and that is what will happen. To those senators who have expressed their views, unfortunately, their views will not see the light of the day. They don't have the capacity.
All right,
ask your question. Sorry,
let's look at the implication of this nomination.
Yes.
Should Lauretta Onochie, be confirmed, as you are saying at this point.
When she is confirmed, not if.
If she's confirmed, let's wait for the outcome of that screening committee.
When you ask me as if, I'll answer as when.
So if she's confirmed and finds herself in that position as INEC National Commissioner, let's look at the implication of this on the integrity of the electoral umpire and, by extension, the electoral process. At a time, there are several reforms to strengthen the process in the country.
See, perception in most things turn to reality. Now, when you see a Lauretta Onochie as an INEC commissioner, and this is a Lauretta who still, as recently as 48 hours ago, still praises President Muhammadu Buhari's government, still speaks for the government, and you expect her to see something that will favor, in quotes, the government in an election that she's going to preside over, and she will look the other way. No, I don't expect her to perform magic. I expect her to act naturally like a human being who is inclined to something, whose tendency is in favor of a particular viewpoint. If I see Lauretta Onochie doing that, I wouldn't be surprised, just like I insist that the Senate approving and confirming her is a fait accompli. There's nothing anybody can do about that. So it's as unconstitutional as the nomination is. I tried to do some simple research about Mr. President. Nigerians will recall that there was a time President Muhammadu Buhari appointed one Mrs. Suleiman Ibrahim as DG of NAPTIP. People complained that, Mr. President, this nomination is unlawful. The act setting up NAPTIP prescribes the qualification of the persons that will be DG. The woman stayed there, everybody ignored it, until after a time she was now swapped with, I think, the man who was head of National Commission for Refugees and something. They now had to swap her eventually. The president now had to swap her with the man in charge of, and that was that. It has also happened in the appointment of rectors. You know, there are 6 new polytechnics that were established. The Polytechnic Act stipulates the qualifications for those who can be appointed as rectors of public polytechnics in Nigeria. But the president woke up one morning and appointed, out of the 6, 5 people who were outrightly unlawfully thought to occupy. He appointed them. ASU praised all they just ignored the thing. Now, when you have a president who does not listen to wise counsel, who does not listen to views that, I say, not just that it is not proper, because when you say something is not proper, it can be subjective. Anybody can have his opinion about what is not proper, what is. But when it is outright unlawful, and the president still insists, ordinarily, if a president's attention is called to the fact that, Mr. President, what you have done is unlawful, his very next action should be to, Attorney General, what am I hearing? That I took an unlawful decision. Attorney General should, within 24 hours, report back to the president that what you have done truly is unlawful or not unlawful, and he will change it. So these things should not take more than 48 hours, 72.
All right, let's look at the position of the law.
The president ignores these things.
Yeah, you're a lawyer. Let's look at the position of the law. Section 14.2a of the third schedule of the 1999 Constitution, as amended, states that a member of the commission shall be non-partisan and a person of unquestionable integrity. Now, Lauretta Onochie yesterday during the screening denied being a card-carrying member of the APC. So, but my question is, does that also make her non-partisan? If she is no longer a card-carrying member of the APC, but she still works for the president, could she be said to have to be non-partisan? That's one leg of the question. Then the second one is that an affidavit that was raised by one of the Senate committee members did say that she swore to being a member of the APC and being a politician just barely a month ago. That affidavit was dated, I think, March 2021. So, no, June 2021, where she was said to have sworn to an affidavit saying she still belongs to the APC and she's a political party. So, I don't know, these things, they don't add up really to me. If she swore to an affidavit, which she did not deny, even though she said it was when she came back to the country that she swore an affidavit that she's a politician, and she's also says she's not a card-carrying member of APC, but she still belongs to the president's workforce as an aide. Does that make her non-partisan? So I want us to define this particular aspect of the law.
Okay. Section 14.2a shall not be non-partisan. Section 1561A shall not be a member of a political party. So it shows that the Constitution, in 2 different provisions, insisted that anybody that must be part of the INEC must be somebody, because of the issues, definitions of non-partisanship and not a member of a political party. People want to distinguish between that now, that you can be a member of a political party without being partisan. But to avoid that issue, the Constitution took care of that in 2 different places. Now the question is, there are positions Nigerians know that you can give a political party member as patronage, and from that position the person can dish out whatever she wants to do. But there are positions that are reserved, like the INEC, for people who are non-partisan, who are members of neither the political party that is the ruling party or the opposition. Now, where the position she currently occupies as a spokesperson to the president is a position that encourages her, that demands of her to promote the ideals of a political party, to promote the manifesto of a political party. That is the current position she holds. She's not holding, maybe she's not appointed as a director general of maybe a hospital, maybe medical director of a hospital, or even, okay, let's say, like I heard Mr. Chuks Akuna mention NECO, if she's the registrar of NECO. She can't, you may not say that directly in that position she should be promoting the manifesto of a political party, but because the functions of the office of the registrar of NECO are clearly spelled out. So it is to promote certain things in education. But as a spokesman of the president, you are invariably a spokesman of the government, a spokesman of the party, because the president is the head of the party, the leader of the party. So you can't be speaking for the president without promoting the ideals of the party, without projecting a political party the president is from in a beautiful way. So she cannot claim. But now, the affidavit you mentioned, I think that affidavit was actually sworn to in 2017, not 2021. What I understood from that affidavit, what I understood from that affidavit was that a certified true copy of it was obtained in June 2021. Not that that affidavit was deposed.
Okay, so it was actually when she came back to Nigeria that she claimed.
Did she come to Nigeria in 2017? No. It was in a suit that she took somebody to court on an issue of defamation, that somebody defamed her. That was where she made those claims that she's from APC, that she's a member of APC. People have even gone as far as bringing out her the register of her ward 4 in Aniocha local government area of Delta State, and her name is number 2 in the ward. And so, Lauretta Onochie should stop denying APC and her membership of APC. She did not quit after the election because she still speaks for the party. You can't quit a party and you are still speaking for them, and the party will allow you. It's not possible.
Barrister Wazuduke, considering the sensitive nature of the work of INEC, which should at all time, exhibit neutrality, in the conduct of elections, can a former card-carrying member of a political party, be seen to be qualified to be an official of INEC? Let's assume that the president, had nominated a retired politician from the Second Republic. Will it have attracted, this hue and cry?
Do you know why this thing is happening? It's because this president has shown a tradition of breaching the law in appointments. Do you remember that there is one man, a sitting rec, who resigned as rec to go and declare to contest governorship of a state?
What I'm asking is that, does a retired...
I'm coming. Do you know why that happened? Knowing the fact that the political parties, you need to be a member of a political party for a particular length of time before you can contest elections in that party. So if somebody who was a sitting rec now says, I'm no longer going to be a rec, I will run for election, it means that even while as rec, he was a member of the political party. And do you think that that fact could have escaped the presidency, the state security services? It's not possible. They know these things, but because it is in our interest, they are okay. Now, when you say a former member of a political party should go and become, the questions are, a politician, see, this thing politics is inside somebody. You understand? Anybody that does not play part in partisan politics will not play it. Even if you donate it to him, so most people will tell you, I'm not cut out for that. Now, but those who on their own willingly get up, go to a political party registration point and register to be a member of that, it's inborn, it's inside you to be a part of the politics. Everybody must not be. So when you have a tendency and you have an inclination and you choose from out of, okay, let's say now there are 18 political parties. You look at all the 18 political parties, you look at their manifestos, you make a choice for whatever reasons, you come to a conclusion and you join a political party. And you now leave that political party on friendly terms. Because if she's still speaking for President Muhammadu Buhari, then let's concede to her that she left on friendly terms. The question is, the political party that didn't hurt you, why will you now come and say, no, you will turn a blind eye to it? Anybody who has been found to have registered in a political party before should not come near anything that looks like INEC. Not even INEC. It's anything that looks like INEC, affiliated organizations, just don't go near there.
All right. In an election dispute, for instance, does a petitioner, have a good case if he can prove in court or the tribunal that an official of the electoral body or umpire, is partisan?
I think the law provides for the grounds under which you can file a petition, and that is not one of the grounds provided in law. So even if you bring Malabuni, despite the fact the Constitution says that you cannot hold an executive office and hold a party office again, but as governor holding an executive office, he is the chairman of APC. And if they tell me he's not chairman, he's convention planning, I tell them no. The nomination for Andy Oba in Anambra, he will sign it. The powers of a convention planning committee chairman does not include signing nomination for a governorship candidate. So he is the chairman of APC. So as unlawful and as unconstitutional as that is, they do it. You understand? So there's nothing, and they will do anything they want. See, APC has, there's something they have succeeded in doing. You understand? They have succeeded in carrying Nigerians. And the pre-2015 activists in Nigeria are now the people who are defending the indefensible actions of government. And it's very unfortunate that those who people looked up to in the past are now the people who are defending the indefensible.
All
and
right.
You can't hear their voices anymore.
All right, Lauretta, during the screening that yesterday, said probably what is haunting her is the fact that she's Madam Due Process, that she follows due process in everything she does, and people are now using it against her, you know, to petition her. But again, there are some members of the committee that actually said that Lauretta shouldn't be punished for her past sins. Meaning, if she had been a member of a political party or had been partisan in the past, and she says she's... That reminds me of the Pantami case and the past sins and all that. Do you think that argument from those senators who believe she shouldn't be punished by her past sins should go?
Can the senator who said that present a bill before the Senate for Nigerians not to be punished for their past sins? And the question now is, what is past? Define past. It means if I steal here and I'm arrested and I'm in court, maybe in 2 months' time, that crime I committed today is now a past sin. So for what can actually people be punished for? If you distinguish and say people should not be punished for their past sins, what is past, what is present? It becomes subjective. So because it will favor the ruling party, that is why you will hear this argument from the ruling party.
All right.
See, there's a crime PDP committed when they were in government.
We have to go.
So let me just make one comment. There's a crime PDP committed when they were in government. The law does not allow legislators, either at the state or national level, to decamp from their parties to another party, except when there is.
All right, let's leave it at that.
Do you know they were allowing because they were benefiting? Now they are crying.